Hey guys, so this is Garrett Raining. We're from Basels actually, Discard Country Rednecker. Today we'll be making a wooden baseball bat.
Well, hello everybody. Today on Country Rednecker, we're doing a baseball bat lathe project. So we started out with one 30-inch round dowel piece of wood. It's made of ash wood. That's what normal baseball bats are made of. So we started out with that. We did the scales. Every 4 inches we drew a line, and as we progressed, we used this specific tool. As you can see, we made each line 4 inches, and so it doesn't pinch. We get the side a little bit so it doesn't pinch on itself, and we go down to the diameter by using this tool right here. Every 4 inches, this is what the diameter is supposed to be for the baseball bat. And now that we already got the lines down on the baseball bat, we're going to be gnawing down the end for the handle and the bat and tapering it up. We leave a 1/16 growth on the end so we have some room to work with, so it's not super skinny, and just in case we need to taper correctly, we can taper the correct diameters. So we start up the machine. We're going to start at about 1,000 RPMs. Remove my thing. You're going to have it not too close, but you're going to have it just close enough so it doesn't slip down. Lock it into place.
So as you guys can see here, I had a little chip in the baseball bat handle, but I was asking my teacher about that, and he says just to keep at it and chop it around and keep smoothing it, it'll come out, and yeah. So around this time I was just finishing up the handle and starting to taper up. My teacher had suggested to use a different kind of tool, same kind of look and design, same way of knocking down the wood, but a bigger base for the spool. So it knocked more wood out at a quicker pace. So around this time, we had just finished cutting down all the wood to the right rough scale of the diameters for the baseball bat, and we're at this time where we're gonna start smoothing it down to the right size and all the edges, and then later on sanding. So this tool right here with the edge, with the sharp edge, the curve, is meant for more fine-tuning, more perfected edges, but without the smoothness. It's more for cutting down the finer edge of that 1/16 of an inch that you left to work with. Now what I want you guys to do is take the first tool you guys use to make the line points for every 4 inches, and I want you guys to cut off, but not all the way, just leave enough so it can stay on the bat, where you're going to end each end of the bat for the handle and the forend.
Hey guys, so we just finished the bat. It's looking great. It's looking nice, smooth. But one tip. So I started out with belt sander, wraps. Then I moved off onto a more finer belt sander right here, a higher grit. Then I moved down to 220 grit paper, and I ended with that. Now, looking great, looking smooth, looking great. Now, the polish. A little tip for you guys: never clean up your mess. By the way, it sounds stupid, but just kind of pile it up together. You don't want the fine sand, but you want this like rough material. You're gonna grab a whole bunch in your hand. You're gonna push it up against into this while it's spinning, and just push as hard as you can, because that's gonna cause friction. It's gonna do this thing called branding it, and actually polishes the bat and it makes it twice as smooth, and it gets all those little nicks out. So when you're done with it on the sanding process and you got it all done, just brand it. The wood chips, push as hard as you can. Don't do it to the point where you burn your hand.